Hello everyone, this is going to be another career informational video. I'm your host, Hailey Gabrielle Lopez McDonald, and today we're going to be interviewing Bernard Jones, who is going to give us some insights on his line of work. So how are you doing today, Bernard?
I am great. I am quarantined. I am safe. There's no Rona in my house, only a dog, so we good.
Fantastic. I'm glad. Safe. Everyone remember, please stay safe.
And wear your damn mask.
Please. It's the least everyone can do.
Just wear the mask.
Just wear the mask. It's not hard to breathe in. I promise all of you. They're in fun designs and colors. Mix it up.
Beautiful masks.
Exactly. Now that we got that said,
a little housekeeping.
PSA. I wanted to know if you could possibly tell us a bit about your background and how exactly you got to where you are right now.
Okay, I'm an actor, first and foremost. So it started when I was young, I was acting in church like a lot of Black kids in the neighborhood. We were doing little church pageants and things. That's what I was doing. And then I realized I really loved it. And I was like, man, I want to do more of this. So I joined a performing arts group when I was younger. We toured the US doing plays and musicals. And then I went to high school and I went to Performing Arts High School, Rosa L. Park School of Fine and Performing Arts in Paterson, New Jersey. And I majored in vocal music and acting. And I loved it. I was like, man, I'm about to go to college. I'm gonna make this a thing. So then I went to Morehouse College and I majored in acting and I got my degree. And here I am in sunny LA.
Fantastic. And it really worked out really well. You got the snazzy suit on.
Look, I mean, when they let you buy it at the Goodwill, it's all right, You buy it at the Goodwill, you get it tailored. That is my secret.
Well, it's a secret that's out now, but thank you. I'm sure everyone's going to appreciate it.
Yes.
I also want to ask, in your line of work, rather, are there any skills that you think are particularly useful in what you do? Like every day, or like what are some challenges that you are facing every day where you need a certain set of skills?
Well, the biggest skill, it has to be discipline. Like you have to be able to show up every day, do exactly what you need to do and do it at a level of excellence. So you need to be disciplined. Some days you don't want to get up. I know for me, if I'm on a show or if I'm doing a movie, sometimes we have to get up and be there by 5 a.m. So you have to be able to have that discipline to not go drinking the night before, to actually sit down, go to sleep, run your lines, know your words, and get in there and do it. Another skill set would be being able to work well with others. My job is all about working well with others, and there are situations where I meet a stranger, and then 5 minutes later we have to be best friends on camera. So it's all about really just working well with other people and being professional. Like that is the biggest thing. When they say be there at 5 a.m., you're there at 4:45. When they say set in 5 minutes, you're there already. So, it's all about discipline. Discipline is the biggest thing.
So apart from social media, what other recommendations can you give ELAC students who are trying to do what you're doing?
First and foremost, my biggest thing, I am a big champion of education. So if you want to be an actor, I feel like you should definitely take some classes, like learn the craft of acting. Nobody can teach you how to emote true feelings, but you can be taught the process of acting. Get educated, learn all of it. Another important thing I think is we have certain resources online that you can go to if you don't have an agent. Everybody wants to have an agent. Everybody wants to have a manager. And granted, yes, you need those things in order to be at the top of the top, extremely successful in this business. But there are also different ways and different routes that you can take if you don't have those particular team members in place yet. There's actorsaccess.com, which is online. There's LA Casting, which is online, where you can submit yourself to be considered for maybe a student film or a low budget indie film or a web series. So using those resources are extremely important, especially when you're starting to get into the business. A lot of people want you to have footage. They want to see what you can do, but how can you show them what you can do if you haven't booked the job in order to do it? Sometimes you may have to pick up a camera and get a friend and be like, hey, let's do this scene real quick, you know, or take this monologue that I'm doing. So there are different resources that you can tap into that will help you move forward in the business, but eventually you will need those team members.
All great info. Thank you so much.
Look, that's why I'm here, Haley.
Hi.
Hailey. That is why I'm here, Hailey.
That's well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then
Mm-hmm.
one last question. So we've been hearing about, you went to college, you were like, this is my thing. And then I'm sure you did a little of those like gigs, the indie films and all of that because that's the advice you're giving.
Mm-hmm.
So looking back, is is there any metaphorically looking back, is there anything that you would redo on this path to where you're at right now? Is there something that you wish you would have done? Is there something that you wish you hadn't done or that you had done sooner?
That's a good question because, like, a lot of times I think about that because I did not go to grad school, and sometimes I think, like, man, what if I would have gone to a school like Juilliard or Yale or something like that? Would my trajectory would it have been different? And like I'm a big believer in, your life is set up how it's set up, and what's supposed to happen to you happens to you. And I just believe that, my steps were ordered already and I just follow them and it works for me. Going to grad school may not have worked for me, but it's not something that I discourage. I feel like if you feel that grad school will benefit you, go for it. If you feel like because once I got out of college, I started working like within like a year. I was working. So going to grad school was not something that would have been beneficial for me to stop working to go and train more. But for some people, it's important. Um, I think maybe I would have come to LA sooner. I spent 10 years in Atlanta, which were great. And I was able to start my career there. But sometimes now that I'm older and I'm around all these young people in LA, I'm like, what if I would have, maybe I should have started a little earlier. But yeah, again, I believe that my life was set up the way that it was supposed to happen. And I gladly walk the path of that.
Great, great. Um, well, that's it for now. If there's um, anything else you want to give the students before departing, any hints of wisdom?
Yeah. Interested in this career or any career seriously, is to be your number one champion cheerleader, because when you hear no so often, you begin to think that maybe it's not for you, but the no is not because it's not for you, it's just not for them. So it's about maintaining your level of love for whatever it is that you're doing and remembering the reason why you started to begin with.